When I saw the trailers for this movie, I thought that it was just going to be another dumb movie made to entertain children and nothing more. I had no interest in seeing it. But then I saw the reviews. People kept saying that it was one of the best films to come out of 2022. Then I was intrigued. How could a spin-off film about a silly cat from Shrek be on the list of DreamWorks' greatest films? Then I saw it. And I can't believe I am saying this, but the movie about a friggin' cartoon cat with a sword made me reflect on my life choices. Everything I had heard about this movie was but a mere understatement. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is an actual masterpiece. Now, usually with these movie reviews, I look at the flaws first, then talk about the things I like. However, there's a bit of an issue. The only flaw that this movie has is that there are none. There is only one other movie that was able to achieve this, and I will make a review on that soon, but for now, we need to talk about this. Puss in Boots 2 is actually perfect. Everything about this film is done perfectly. The animation is superb, the dialogue is great, and the story has very interesting and surprisingly mature themes. I never would have thought that a movie about a cat that speaks in a Spanish accent would discuss themes about death and mortality in such a mature way. Puss's character arc is just simply fantastic. At the start of the film, he's this arrogant, cocky, and narcissistic jerk. He calls himself everyone's favorite fearless hero, but he's not fearless because of bravery. He's fearless because he knows he's not actually gonna die. He has 9 lives after all. But once those 9 lives are taken from him, all that fearlessness is gone. He is finally put up against an opponent who can actually keep up with him. Oh yeah, and about that, friggin' Death is an antagonist in this movie, and I am not joking when I say that this guy is honestly way more threatening than most modern movie villains. Every time Death is on screen, you get this sense of dread. Every time he appears, he whistles this unsettling tune, which just adds to the fear of this character. His introduction is also just perfect. This guy's introduction is truly on par with the Joker's introduction from The Dark Knight. Yeah, you heard me. The introduction of Death not only instills fear in Puss, but also the audience. During the scene when he's introduced, there were multiple adults in my theater who audibly gasped because there was friggin' blood in this movie. Yeah, there is blood in an animated film in 2022. Oh, crap. I forgot I was, supposed to be talking about Puss's character arc. Anyways, he's terrified of death. This once fearless hero has now been reduced to this terrified coward. There's a scene in this movie in which Puss has a full-blown panic attack because of death. And this is one of those panic attack scenes where it's played for laughs. This scene is taken very seriously, which is something that has been really missing from modern films. This movie knows when it needs to take itself seriously. By the end of the film, Puss learns the value of life, and it is so well done. Okay, now that I've gushed about Puss's character arc and death, I can now talk about the other things I liked about this movie. This dog is amazing. He's just this little wholesome ball of optimism, and it's definitely needed in a film like this. It's also a nice contrast with Puss, with how this dog has been through some really messed up crap. Yet he continues to be this happy little being, yet Puss still doesn't fully understand the value of life. Kitty Softpaws was also a pretty good character. There's nothing much I can say about her, but she was still pretty great in this movie. Now, about the other 2 villains of this movie. Goldilocks is surprisingly very well written, and she actually has a very good character arc. Now we can get to probably my second favorite character in this movie, who is right next to Death, of course. This being Jack Horner. Jack Horner is a very one-dimensional villain who just wants power, but the writers take that to their advantage, and they make him the most entertaining character in this film. He's just pure evil. He's constantly killing his own henchmen with absolutely no remorse, and he's overall just a horrible human being. There's this running joke with Jiminy Cricket, and he's trying to reason with Jack. There's a moment when he reveals his childhood, and I was worried that they were going to give him a sad backstory to make you sympathize with him. But then the joke ended up being that he had an absolutely perfect life and just decided to be evil for no reason, which just makes his character way more fun. Now that I'm done talking about the characters, I need to talk about the animation. The animation is just simply gorgeous. The art style is so much fun to look at, and the fight scenes are honestly way better than some modern action movies. I literally had a few tears while watching the final battle between Buzz and Deb just because of how fantastic the animation and story was. Overall, this was a great film that deserves, and I can't believe I'm saying this, a 10 out of 10. Go watch Puss in Boots in theaters. Don't wait for it to be on streaming. Go give this film your money because it deserves it. That's all I've got for today. See you in the next